Hi, I'm Ali Salisbury. I'm an exploration geologist at Cornish Lithium. I've been here for a couple of years now, and my role primarily consists of using remote sensing technologies and satellite imagery to enhance our effort for exploration for lithium in geothermal waters.
Yeah, hi, I'm Adam Matthews. I'm a project geologist here at Cornish Lithium, and I focus on the exploration for lithium and geothermal waters, so trying to find out where permeable structures occur and where to target drill sites to try and find the waters, find the structures, and ultimately hopefully make a successful project.
So what does mining look like in Cornwall? It looks a little bit like this.
What is that?
This is a borehole that we've drilled into the permeable structures that we've modelled using our 3D geological modelling software, and this is our second borehole that we drilled into these structures to prove our concept. And from this we can pump up geothermal fluids that have lithium in them. Rather than a big open pit mine or a huge evaporation pond, we can extract lithium from a tiny 96mm wide borehole such as this.
In terms of extracting the lithium from the raw material, whether it's geothermal waters or hard rock lithium, Cornish Lithium is focusing primarily on trying to find the most green, environmentally friendly technology that we can. What's unique with Cornish Lithium as well is trying to process geothermal waters. This isn't something that's done too readily around the world, especially direct lithium extraction, where you're trying to directly extract lithium from water rather than pre-concentrating it by evaporation. So these are things that Cornish Lithium are really trying to work hard on at the moment. So this is one of the structures that we're interested in. The reason this one's been halved is we send halfway for analysis of the rock, so we can look at the mineralogy and the chemistry of the rock itself. But what we're actually interested mainly is these holes that you can see through the structure. This one, in fact, you can see through. And this is where the geothermal waters will be flowing underground through the natural permeability within these faults and structures. And when we install a pump into the borehole, it would pump out the geothermal waters from these holes and this permeability, and then we can bring that for test work, and it will eventually go into a processing plant in the future, and that's how we plan to be able to commercialise the geothermal waters program. So geothermal waters, if you imagine the Earth's crust, then when you get to a certain depth, you're going to find water. That water's probably going to be meteoric water, which is essentially rainwater, groundwater. And then if you go a bit deeper, then the water's going to start warming up. It's going to start dissolving elements from the rocks, like you see in chemistry, that hydra is the water to dissolve. And these waters are called geothermal waters. And elements like lithium, they prefer being in solution than being in rocks. So that's why these waters start becoming enriched in lithium, and that's why we're targeting them. Our method of extracting lithium is different to what's traditionally done for geothermal waters or waters in general, which are enriched in lithium. Previously, people have pumped out the waters into a big evaporation pond, which would be 5 kilometers long, takes up lots of space, and is not that attractive or environmentally friendly. What we're looking to do is directly extract the lithium from the water itself without pre-concentrating with evaporation. Using technology like this one, which uses beads and kind of pharmaceutical chromatography, which essentially just captures the lithium itself, and then the rest of the water just flows past, which is lithium depleted then. And then we can then concentrate that lithium from the beads. So that's how we're differing from other extraction technologies. So Cornish Lithium are looking to be as environmentally responsible as possible with their processing technologies and their extraction methods. Historically, crushing rocks takes lots of energy. Other processing methods may not be as efficient, like the salars we previously discussed. But for example, for geothermal lithium, there's a potential to power your processing plant with the geothermal energy created during just the pumping itself. So what that can allow is to either make it a carbon neutral or even carbon negative processing methods, because you're able to reuse that geothermal heat and energy that you produce to offset your processing energy and costs. typical day in the life of working at Cornish Lithium for me is kind of getting in, checking my emails to start with to try and see what the main tasks are for the day, and then generally working on computer software like GIS and 3D software such as Leapfrog to create 3D models of the geology, looking at potential anomalies or maps and things like that, to try and vector in what areas might be good to drill in the future. And then my job might consist of looking at why those sites might be good for both, does it have good electricity supply and things like that. What's really exciting for me about exploration is the opportunity to be able to travel the world and just go on fieldwork, be out of the office, trying to find new places no one's ever explored before, trying to find mineralization which people can use in batteries or cars and anything like that, just trying to find raw materials, but also just get out of the office, get out and about. That's the main thing for me. So my career's solely been in Cornwall at the moment, but geologists tend to go all over the world, such as Africa, Australia, Canada. Just in my degree, I've been to Death Valley in America, also done lots of field work in Namibia, in Africa, and lots of stuff throughout Europe as well already in my career. My career path so far, I did an undergraduate degree in applied geology at the University of Plymouth for 3 years. Then I went straight into a master's in mining geology at Cornwall School of Mines, which is part of the University of Exeter. And then from there, I was just looking for new exciting companies, and Cornish Lithium was just starting then, 2017. And I joined the team in 2017, and I've been working there for the last 4 years. So what I enjoy most about my job is kind of bringing the whole picture together. So we'll start with small bits of data, whether it's historic information that we've collected from archives or it's something that we've collected ourselves in the field, and making interpretations with that, building models, building ideas, and then eventually doing the big question of actually drilling that project to try and prove that your predictions are correct. And that's what I enjoy most about it, is just bringing it up from this little bit of data to something bigger and then trying to prove it is real through drilling or through test work. So that's what I enjoy most.
My favourite part of working in Cornish Lithium, or working in science, or working in geology, is the fact that I can use my problem-solving skills to ensure that we're doing something that's good for the planet, or doing something that's good for the environment. And that's why I particularly love working at Cornish Lithium, because it allows me to use the skills I've learned throughout my academic career or throughout my industry experience to really make sure that I'm doing something positive.
My one piece of advice to someone who's interested in geology is just to find the path in geology which you enjoy the most, whether it's engineering, oil and gas, mining, or exploration. Just find something that you enjoy doing, because if you enjoy it, then you're going to do well in it.
So my one piece of advice to a young scientist is to really follow your passion in science. And if you enjoy problem solving, and if you enjoy the outdoors, and if you enjoy thinking and using your brain, then you're going to really love science subjects. I think that what I would like to know more about is how I could apply my science skills, and how I can sort of apply all of my learnings that I learned in chemistry and biology and maths and physics when I was at school or secondary school or college. So a lot of theory is learned, but it's not the application of that theory to something that's going to help the world or help the environment. I think that's what I'd like to know more about. Yeah.